I flew all the way to Spain for one event, and that is classic endurance racing. This event was being held at Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya. It is called Espiritu de Montjuic. As a pure car enthusiast, I also have a heart for classic cars. And when I say classic cars, I mean these type of cars. And this is where the richest people on earth come together to drive their classic cars. And very shortly after our arrival, we were already surprised by the Spanish weather. So, we had terrible weather the whole weekend. One thing is sure, and that is that the cars are amazing in this weather. Also found something really rare, a Ferrari 250 GT Breadvan. The only car in the whole world. Looks a bit like a hearse, but I want to be buried in it, that's for sure. Oh, and by the way, these classics also spit flames really easy. One of my favorite cars was also present, Porsche 970K in Gulf livery. We had full paddock access, so all these cars were just driving over there. Also something really cool was this Lola B89/10. This specific car drove Le Mans in 1999 by a famous Dutch driver called Jan Lammers. These sounds from these cars are insane. Listen to this. So, if my ears weren't already blew out, well, there's a lot more in the pit lane. And another great lineup of cars just driving. It is really cool to see that Breadvan just driving over here casually between all these other expensive cars. after that we made a little connection with Team Hazmons, which is a Dutch racing team, and they were driving their Lotus Elise GT1, which is a really rare car. And they also drove a Bizzarrini 5300 GT. And the sun was already setting on day one, and this was absolutely amazing. An hour later they were driving in the dark, and that asks for flames. So after sleepless nights, because these cars were really loud, we already came to day 2 and the weather was really bad again. So Team Hazmons was already preparing for their qualifying session in the Lotus Elise GT1. Fact, the driver of this car has also driven it on Le Mans, and it was a factory drive for the whole Elise GT1 line. But then something terrible happened with the GT1. Not very later, the Lotus Elise GT1 went up in flames. So no more GT1 that weekend, and they had to search for a new engine. Anyway, on to day 3.
The weather is really bad this weekend. It is already day 3 and we already had 2 blasting days with Team Hazmons, which was really cool. We made some cool content for their cars, which was a Lotus GT1 and a Bizzarrini 5300 GT. A Sauber passing by. This is currently Group C racing and it is absolutely loud this whole weekend. These cars are something you really haven't heard ever. So extremely loud. So as I already said, the weather is really bad this whole weekend, but it's the last day and I thought it will be cool to still make a video for this YouTube channel. So if you still haven't liked or subscribed yet, please don't forget to do so. Today will be mainly race day as they have already qualified and there's some free races. I tell you, this really is 10 times louder in person than you expect.
Believe me, this Group C is ear deafening. Sauber and the 962 are really, really cool. But something also really cool? Look what I found. One of my realistic dream cars, which I still want to have in my life, Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio in Verde Montjuic. I will talk about it later because he drove past me. Something also really cool was this brand new M4 G82 CS in Isle of Man Grün Frozen, which is a lovely design in my opinion, with this new style headlights from the CSL and also these bronze wheels. I like the metallic color more than the matte version, but it also looks really good.
Meanwhile, I thought I was in Spain, so we had good weather. Look at this. But luckily over here we have the bright side of Spain. But those races will be very promising.
Look at this weather. This won't be good.
But then the moment was finally there. The big race. Quite a satisfying spot on the rooftop to see those cars driving over the whole circuit. With of course a view on my dream car.
In Verde Montreal.
Sometimes not everything goes really well with these old classic cars. And then the Breadvan was fueling up at the gas station. And then the day came to an end due to the massive bad weather. So we went on to the city of Barcelona with a very good rooftop. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe on my channel. And maybe I will see you the next time at another great adventure. Because this is something I really love to do in my life.